What up, gang? Hey, I just wanted to make this brief video real quickly with a huge announcement. I just wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about these particular bikes and want to let you know what I'm going to be doing here in just a little bit. But obviously you guys know that I've got the ZX10RR. This bike was flashed and also dyno tuned by Chris Moore at Moore Mafia. And then I also have my Yamaha R1M. This bike was worked on by KWS, you call that, with Mike down there. He tuned this bike and dyno tuned it and also flashed ECU on this one too. Definitely one of the fastest bikes I've ever been on. This bike is absolutely amazing, but and here's the actual announcement, guys. These two bikes have been sold. Can you believe it? And but I say that to say this: it's been sold because I'm making room for a very, very rare bike that is actually being shipped at the current moment, and should be here within about 10 days from Honda. And if you know, you know, the United States was only allotted 50 units of the brand new 2023 Honda Fireblade SP. And I am the proud owner of one of those particular units. So that being said, all of these bikes, or these two bikes, are going to be going. Because these bikes are going to be going, I'm going to obviously be making room for the next set of bikes that are going to be coming in. You guys know that I already have an H2 on order that is being built, but I also have another bike that I've ordered that I think is going to knock your socks off. I'm going to keep that hat, or keep that cat in the hat for a little bit, but I am going to miss this. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people have messaged me, and guys, I really appreciate the support for the channel and everything too. They always ask me, out of your two bikes you've got right now, the R1M and the ZX10RR, which one do you love better? Well, I'm going to share something with you. The bikes inherently, their DNA is absolutely different. They're not basically the same bike at all. I will share something with you from a power standpoint. The Kawasaki's, guys, this bike has definitely surprised me. You guys know that I've been a Yamaha fan pretty much my whole life. I've always ridden an R6. I had an R7, which was just fun for a little bit. And then of course my R1M that I've ridden for several months. This bike has definitely taken the cake. I also am really pleased with the way the build out went on this bike. It's definitely a track monster, and at the same time too, it's just one of the better looking bikes on the market. It's a full carbon fairing and everything too. I'm probably gonna have to get used to the plasticky look of that new Fireblade. So it's the Honda CBR RR SP1, which is the one that's coming in. But that bike also too is completely designed for the track. I'm not going to have to do too much to it. It's going to come with a full Akrapovic titanium exhaust. I will be flashing the bike and doing several mods, a couple of mods basically, to the front end to get it ready for season. But that being said, you're not going to have to do too much to that bike because it's going to come out of the crate pretty much ready to go. So the only thing I'm going to have to do is unleash it. And I already talked to Chris about it. Chris said that he's going to do a video on it probably too, because it'll be the first unit that we have in the United States. So I'm pretty stoked about it, guys, but I'm going to be sad to see these boys go. They've been really fun to ride. Both are sold, and the people that are going to be getting them, I know they're going to take very good care of them. They're motorcycle connoisseurs like I am, and take very good care of their high-end bikes. But again, that bike too, and I know you guys are gonna ask me this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell this too. What does that bike cost? It's gonna be right about $29,000 for the new SP that's coming in. And these bikes, like I said, will more than cover the cost of that particular purchase. And I'll have a lot left over to put towards the other bike that I just basically ordered as well. So other than that, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all of the comments, for all the support. If you guys have any questions about these bikes, let me know. You guys go back into the archive and watch all the videos. I've done a lot of extensive videos on these bikes. And one thing I do love, I'll say one more thing about the R1M, and a lot of people give you a little bit of flack for it, but the electronic suspension, this Öhlins electronic suspension, will be on the Fireblade as well. So And I love the suspension. This suspension does absolute wonders and is amazing to ride on very tricky tracks and also on very, very tricky roads. So that being said, I'm glad that I'm not going to be missing the electronics on the brand new Honda that's going to be coming in. You guys know my experience I had with the Honda CBR 1000 RR. I hated that bike. Please pray for me that I don't hate the actual Fireblade. But from everybody that has one, a previous year model, and people that I've seen even on YouTube that have talked about their bikes, the ones that own them, absolutely love the bike. And I'm just excited to go out there and hopefully take the power that it's going to come with and use it. Usually after dynoing these bikes and basically flashing the ECU, at least the US versions of them, the EU version comes with 214 horsepower. The ones that I've seen that have been dynoed straight out of the crate here in America usually come with about 160 horsepower. After the flash, after the mods, sprint filter, the whole nine, on that side there, they're usually pushing about 190 horsepower. But at the crank, it's over 200. So, you know, it's a very, you're chasing basically a lot of little horsepower with a whole bunch of mods, and sometimes it's just not worth it. So I probably will be keeping the CBR Honda pretty stock engine wise because it's built really, really well. And I'll just be doing some front end mods like I've done here with the Rizomas. I think of that bike too, I'm probably not even gonna put mirrors on it. I may just put blinker blockers on them. And then I'm gonna obviously put a tail tidy, and that should pretty much do it. Everything else will be standard. Anyway, guys, I love you. Appreciate you for everything. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to basically message me. But please follow, like, and subscribe, and continue to support the channel so we can continue to buy more bikes. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Cheers.